Hey everyone, it's Chuck McAfee with Berkshire Hathaway and the McAfee Realty Group. Coming at you from a not so pretty day out. Actually just ran inside from the rain. Still got my rain jacket on actually, matter of fact. But wanted to bring you kind of a quick Q1 spring market update, what's going on right now. And hopefully some of these April showers will get out of here and kind of bring some May flowers. We're really seeing, it's going to warm up here in May and hopefully the temperatures will continue to rise. But the real estate market right now is absolutely on fire. Matter of fact, we've already sold 34 houses this year, which is pretty awesome. I'm not trying to brag. The average agent out there is probably doing 7 or 8 transactions a year. So we're actually closing that many transactions this week alone. So anyways, want to talk to you a little bit about kind of the spring market update and kind of what we're seeing in the marketplace right now. I constantly get questions, hey Chuck, what's the market doing? What's going on in the marketplace? And we just kind of pulled a few different areas kind of throughout the metro. We'll have an all-around summary as well as kind of some Roswell, East Atlanta, Midtown, Brookhaven, Chamblee, Buckhead. Got some more information on my Alpharetta and Roswell folks as well. So if you want any of that information, hit me up with a comment and we can circle back with you with that data as well. But really kind of overall, kind of the theme right now, what's going on in the spring market is that we need houses to sell. The available homes that are out there in the marketplace are just way down. There's not a lot of inventory for a buyer to choose from. So we're seeing actually a 17% decrease year over year as far as the available homes for sale throughout the metro. Because there's the lack of inventory out there, the days on market, we're seeing that decrease as well. So anything that is coming on the market that is priced right, you have to be compelling to be selling right now. So if it's compelling, if it's priced right, it's going to not last very long. So we're seeing the average days on market down 10% year over year. We're seeing a pretty steady and kind of healthy increase as far as the median sales price across the metro from 230 to 246, and we're seeing the units sold, that's down year over year 15%. All that kind of makes sense. I think a lot of that really has to do with the supply and demand that's in the marketplace right now. I think some of the units sold, which is a pretty consistent theme in some of these other markets, has to do a little bit with the price appreciation that we're seeing as well. So overall, that's a quick kind of summary as far as the overall what the market's doing right now. I guess the name of the game is that there's just a shortage of inventory and there are plenty of buyers out there that are looking to purchase a property right now. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time in each one of these markets, but that theme really kind of reigns true to the Roswell, to the Midtown, and really kind of the Buckhead marketplace, where the consensus is inventory's down, days on market's down, pricing has kind of steadily increased. Midtown, we've seen a pretty significant jump year over year as far as the median sales price goes, and just the overall number of units sold is really kind of down. One market that I thought was a little bit interesting is kind of this East Atlanta, all kind of going around the Beltline and some of those areas down there, which has been super hot in the media and super hot as far as our place in the market goes. Here you're actually seeing an increase in inventory, so you're starting to see more and more homes become available. I think a lot of what's going on in East Atlanta is really driven by the investor market that's down there. There's been a very heavily influx in the investors down there that are buying some of these distressed properties and really taking advantage of kind of the growth and the demand for this in-town location. So we're seeing actually an increase in inventory here at 5%. The days on market's taken a little bit longer than in the past. And I think some of this days on market is really kind of driven by the price appreciation that we're seeing here. So year over year, it's jumping from 350 to 385. What you don't really see on this slide actually is that month over month, actually, it's up over $30,000. And so we've seen some pretty heavily big price increases in this East Atlanta market. And again, I think a lot of that is because the investor market's there, they're tapping into these houses and they're really kind of pushing the pricing. And things are slowing down a little bit. So sales are not happening as quickly as we have seen in some of the other markets and things like that. So not too surprised in that East Atlanta market. One other market I thought was just a little interesting. I personally live in Brookhaven, and we actually are in a brand new office, which is in Brookhaven in the Chamblee market. So we kind of honed in on these two as well. So Brookhaven, kind of the same story, not a whole lot of inventory, days on market's down. What I thought was kind of really interesting is the median sales price. So the median sales price last year was $506 in Brookhaven, and it's actually decreased down to the $360,000 in 18. But when you jump down to the kind of the Chamblee market and you see kind of there's increasing inventory of 12%. We're seeing more days on market, but I think a lot of that is really honestly driven on the median sales price. So it went from 325 last year to 541 this year. And my personal opinion on that is that I think a lot of the investors, a lot of the builders, a lot of the new construction has really kind of not tapped out of the Brookhaven market, but has gotten really hard to make headway in there. So you're starting to see a lot more go on in the Chamblee market. You're seeing a lot of money kind of push into the Chamblee market, and we're seeing some higher price sales in there. So I think that definitely kind of has something to do with the data and kind of the way things are shifting. So I guess to kind of wrap this up and to kind of in summary, the market right now is super, super hot. So if you're thinking about selling, if you have any questions, if you want to just, hey, there's no obligations. If you just want to know what your home is worth or just get an idea what your home is worth, hit us up, shoot us a comment, reach out to us, send us a message. And no obligations. We'll kind of give you a ballpark of what you're working with there. Because the inventory is down. As you can see across most of the metro, inventory is down. Days on market's down. Pricing is continuing to rise. So if there's anything we can help with, it is still a great time to buy as well. I don't want you to be discouraged if you're one of my great buyer clients watching this. Interest rates are still great, but they are going up as well. So we got to fight a little bit harder. We have some great creative ways to get some off-market properties. So either way, if we can help you with anything, or if you have any real estate questions, don't hesitate to ask. Reach out to us, send us a message, shoot us a comment, and we'll dive into that a little bit deeper. But thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out and listening to me, and I hope all is well. A lot of you guys made a lot of comments about my birthday, which just was this past Monday, so thank you so much for that. Another year older, so looking forward to this year. It's going to be a great year. And thank you guys so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.